Good evening, everyone. Jai Hind, everyone. Jai Hind. Okay, today we will start with ratio and proportion. First of all, we will discuss some definitions and concepts, and we will solve the questions. Okay, so let's start with the definition of ratio. Okay. Ratio is basically um, ratio is used basically to compare two quantities. Uh, okay, suppose in a test you got 50 marks and your friend got 70 marks. Then uh, in uh, in order to express the comparison in simpler terms, we use the concept of ratio. So we can say that you both of you got the marks in ratio 5:7. Okay. So this is used to compare two quantities. And for ratio of x and y, we denote x ratio by. The numerator of ratio is called antecedent and denominator is called consequent. Okay. If we know that x ratio is y is equal to x upon y, या फिर a ratio b is equal to a upon b. Then in fraction, we know that this is what this is numerator and this is denominator. But in term of ratio, we say that this is antecedent and this is consequent. Next is properties of ratio. The two quantities must be of the same kind to compare the ratio. Suppose you want to your weight is 60 kg and your height is 165 centimeter. Then these quantities are different because in one quantity you have weight and in another quantity you have height. So you cannot compare quantities with different times or different quantities. Right? Whenever you try to find the ratio, then always make sure that the quantity is same, unless or stated otherwise. Okay? Next is the ratio is a pure number. When every time you compare the ratio, it is always unitless. It is always unitless because units got cancelled in the ratio. All right. So there is no unit of measurement for a ratio. It is always a number. The ratio would say unaltered even if both the numerator and denominator are multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number. Suppose the ratio is a upon b, then you can multiply any arbitrary number, say n. Then it will always remain the ratio as a upon b only because n will cancel out everything. So ratio will not affect whenever you will multiply and divide by same non-zero number, say n. If the sum of two numbers is a and their difference is a, then the ratio of their numbers is given by a plus a and a minus a. सपोज कोई दो नंबर है हमारे पास, उनका सम जो है वो a आता है और उनका डिफरेंस जो है स्मॉल a आता है. अगर हमको उन दोनों का and now we want to compare and we want to find the ratio of both the numbers, then it will be a plus a means sum plus difference from sum minus difference. Alright, so this is how you can calculate the ratio of two numbers whose sum and difference is same. Alright. Okay, so in order to compare the ratio, we must find the magnitude. We must make their denominator equal, and then we will compare the magnitude of numerator only. What I'm saying is, suppose we have given three different ratios. Say here it is 2 upon 5, then 4 upon 3, then 4 upon 15. Then we know that we cannot compare, we want to compare these ratios. But in order to compare these ratios or conclude which one of them is greater or smaller, we must make denominator same. So in this case, we can make the denominator same as 15. So here it will be, we will multiply it by 5. Here we will multiply it by 3. And whenever we multiply denominator, we need to multiply numerator as well. Okay. So now you can compare the all three ratios that been finished. So this will be 20 upon 15. This will be 6 upon 15. And this will be 4 upon 15. So now you can see the largest is 20. So 20, this ratio 4 upon 3 is greatest. Then 6 upon 15, which means 2 upon 5 is second position. And then 4 upon 15 is smallest. So 4 upon 15 will yes. This is how we compare the ratio. Okay. Not some, there are some operations or say kinds of ratios, say, not operations of ratio, we can say the compound, uh, how we can categorize ratio. This is how we can say, okay. So first of all, we can say the compound ratio. Uh, suppose we want to how should I suppose we have two ratio AV and CD. The compound ratio of their these ratios will be we will multiply these quantities together and these quantities together and then divide them. So this will give us AC ratio BD. This is known as the compound ratio. When both the consequent and descendant has been multiplied together, then we always get the compound ratio. Then it is called duplicate ratio. Suppose we have a ratio A upon B, then the duplicate ratio will be A square upon B. And triplicate will be A cube upon B. Okay. Subduplicate ratio you means you have to find the root of both the one. So it is always uh, not necessary to memorize these terms. Maybe they can, this is only to make you aware that if somehow there you see the term that find the duplicate ratio or find the triplicate ratio in the question, then you do not get confused. Okay, so that's why these terms are necessary to introduce you. So um, it is not mandatory for you to memorize these terms. If you cannot memorize them, then came out the properties of ratios. So first property is invertendo. So first property invertendo says if A upon B is equal to C upon T, then B upon A is equal to D upon C. Means that 2 upon 3 uh, is equal to say 4 upon 6. Then 6 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 2. Or in other words, 2 upon 3 when interchanged, then the quantities will always will be in ratio. Okay, whatever quantity you are bringing out in the ratio, say A1 upon B1, then it is simplified to A upon B. And does not matter you write B upon A is equal to B1 upon A1. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Uh, then next one is alternate. If it means that if A upon B is equal to C upon D, then A upon C is equal to B upon D. See how it is coming. If A upon B is equal to C upon D, then you can bring out this over here and this over here. It will not affect. So A upon BC is equal to 1 upon D. Now I can take B over there, then what will we get? A upon C is equal to B upon D. Okay, so whenever A upon B is equal to C upon D, then A upon C is equal to B upon D means that ratio of ascendants and ratio of consequence equal to the ratio. Okay, this is called alternando. Similarly, componendo and dividendo. In the componendo rule, you add the denominator to the numerator, and in dividendo you subtract the denominator from numerator. Okay, then the quantity will always be on ratio. And combinedly, if we write componendo and dividendo, then adding and subtracting denominator from the numerator will not affect the ratio. It will always be in the ratio. Okay, so these are the terminologies you can remember uh, if you want to learn them. Okay. So these are the ways to solve the ratio. Suppose for a given quantity, it has been divided in m ratio n. So then we need to first make it equal to A, so that 1 is equal to A upon n plus 1. All right. See, m plus n is equal to A. So when you divide m plus n by A by m plus n, then this side will equal to 1. Now to find the value of m, take m multiplied by A upon m plus 1 to find the value of m. Do. So finally, A gives two values that are in ratio of m ratio n. Let's see what I'm saying. Suppose you want to divide 70 in ratio of 3 and 4. Then A is equal to 70, m is equal to 3, and n is equal to 7. Then m plus n is equal to 10. All right. Now you want to divide 70 in ratio of m upon n. Then what you have to do? A upon m plus n into m, which means that A upon 70 upon 10 into 3, so which is equal to 21. And now uh, A upon m cross n into m. So this is equal to, oh sorry, m was asked, it is correct. 7 upon 70 into 70 upon 10. Sorry, 70 upon 10 into n was 7. So it is 49. So now they are divided in ratio of 3 ratio 7. 21 and 49. And equal to this and okay, so you have divided 70 in ratio of 3 ratio 4. This way one quantity will be 21 and another will be 49. You can cross verify as 21 upon 49 is equal to 3 upon 7. Then you cancel it by 7. Okay. So this is the way of dividing some quantity in a given ratio. Suppose another case, this time I am just trying to explain you all of the concepts, okay, by with the help of examples. These are examples only. They are not questions of previous year or any conceptual related questions. We will do them after understanding the how to solve these things. Okay, after some time. Uh, 4 ratio 6 ratio 9. Okay, very good. You did it. So see how to solve this type of question. We have given A ratio B, we have given B ratio C, and it is asking to find out A ratio B ratio C. So then in that situation, you can see that there is B is coming out in both the ratios. So whenever a quantity is coming out in two different ratios, then you have to make it equal. See, in A upon B over here is 2 upon 3, and B upon C over here is 6 upon 9. So here B is 3 and here B is 6. So B is equal to B. We know that B is equal to B. But here it is not equal. We know that 3 is not equal to 6. So we have to make 3 is equal to 6. Then how can we do that? Multiply 3 by 2. Then it will be equal to 6. So here you can multiply 3 by 2. Then numerator also you have to multiply by 2. So it will be 4 upon 6 and this will be 6 upon 9. Okay. So now your B is equal. Now you can take 4 ratio 6 ratio 9. This is the answer. Okay. So this is equal to A ratio B ratio C. Next question. Suppose now it is coming out to find between three different ratios. A ratio B is given, B ratio C is given, and C ratio D is given. Now try to find A ratio B ratio C ratio D. How you will do that? So in the first case, you can see that A ratio B ratio C will be what? A ratio B ratio C. It is 2 upon 3 and 6 upon 9. So it will be 4, 6 and 9. And now C ratio D is 4 upon 3. So you can see C here is 9 and C here is 4. So we need to make them equal. So in order to make them equal, we know that 9 is not coming in table of 4. So what we can do, we can multiply it by 4 and it by 9. So now whenever you multiply this by 4, you need to multiply on a whole. Okay, so what you will get then, it is 16 ratio 24 ratio 36. Then 9 into 4 is again 36. Then 9 into 3 is 27. This is how we do. All right. So this is the A ratio, V ratio, C ratio, D. Next question. Divide rupees 950 among ABC in this ratio. So you have to divide. You can do it by two methods. Suppose the ratio here it is in fraction form and you do not want to evaluate it in fraction. Then find their LCM. LCM will be 20. Okay. Now multiply this whole of the ratio. We have 1 upon 2 ratio, 1 upon 4 ratio, 1 upon 5. Multiply whole of the ratio by 20. You will get 10 ratio 5 ratio 4. Okay. So now you have to previous question means this one. Okay. See, we have last time we did A ratio B and B ratio C. So we noticed that B is coming out in the both the ratios. So whenever this happens and they ask you to find A ratio B ratio C, then you can easily find out A ratio B ratio C by making B equal in both the cases. So it will be 469. So in this question, we again have A ratio B and B ratio C as 2 ratio 3 and 6 ratio 9, which is equal to this question only. So from here, we can conclude that A ratio B ratio C is 4 ratio 6 ratio 9 only. Now, we have C ratio D and we need to find A ratio B ratio C ratio D. But we have this much. This much we know. It is equal to 4, 6 and 9. But uh, we also have C ratio D as 4 ratio 3. But in here, we have C as 9 and here we have C as 4. Okay. So we can only compare or we can make the ratio things in ratio only if both the quantities in different ratio are equal. But they are not equal because we know that 4 is not equal to 9. So in order to make them equal, what we can do, we can multiply 9 by 4 and 4 by 9. So 36 is equal to 36. All right. Now, when we multiplied 4 and 9 by 9, we need to multiply this whole ratio by 4 and this whole ratio by 9. So this will give me 16, 24, and 36. And this will give me 36 and 27. So 36 is now common. So I can write it in the whole ratio. You got it, Pooja? Okay. Next. Where I was? Okay. I was here. So we have to divide 950 in this ratio, half, 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So we easily transformed it into the simple integers, okay, or natural number. So now what we know that this is say M, P, this is say P, this is Q and this is R. Then we know that A is 950 and P plus Q plus R is equal to how much? Okay, and now I have given the answer. Okay. PQR, it is now you can add 10, 5, and 4 as 19. So 9A upon P plus Q plus R. First ratio is how much? It is 10. Okay, so A is 950, this is 19, and this is 10. So it is 5 times. So it is 500. So for first, the amount will go as 500. In the second case, 950 upon 19 into 5. Okay, so in the second case, how much it will become? 200. So in last case, 950 upon 19 into 4. So it will be 200 only. So what I did is, you got it, na? First I found the sum. That this is method that I have explained you here. First I found the sum of all the ratios. Then I multiplied first ratio by this quantity. This is what I did here. Okay, so first I found the sum 19. Then one by one I multiplied by 10, 5, and 4. So I got the answer as 500, 250, and 200. Okay. Next example, these are examples only. I am doing this in order to make you understand the concept of ratio and proportion so that you do not get confused in the question because we will do them very fast. Okay, so that you can learn to do question as fast as you can. All right, so next example is use the ratio between two numbers is 3 ratio 5. If each number has been increased by 2, the ratio becomes 7 ratio 9. Find the number. Very simple question. You used to do this in class 6 or 7. If you want to try, you can try. I'm giving you 1 minute for that. Okay, try to do this. Let me write. Say numbers are A and B. Somebody else also say numbers are A and B. Then A upon B is equal to 3 upon 4. And each number is increased by 2. It means that A plus 2 upon B plus 2, then the ratio becomes 7, 7 upon 9. You have to find A and B. Try to find. Somebody has given the answer. Others also give. Okay, that's 2. So from here, what we can say 4A is equal to 3B. From here, we can say this now. And from here, we can say that 9A plus 2 is equal to 7B plus 2. All right. So uh, if I want to find A from here, which is equal to 3 upon 4 times the B, and put it here. 7B plus 2. So it will be 27 upon 4B plus 18 is equal to 7B plus 14. Okay. Now what I want to do, I bring 14 this side and take this value this side. You know to how to solve this. Okay. 7B minus 27 upon 4B. So how much will it be? 1 upon 4 times the B. Am I right? For 18 minus 14 is equal to 4. So 1 upon 4 times the B is equal to 4. It means B is equal to 16. If B is equal to 16, then how much will be A? Put B over here. 3 upon 4 into 16. It is 4 times. So 4 3 are 12. So A is 12 and B is 6. Whoever answered this, Anna has answered this. Very good, Anna. Okay. When two ratios are equal, then the four quantities composing them are said to be in proportion. Say A ratio B is equal to C ratio D. Then we say if these ratios are equal to each other, means A upon B is equal to C upon B, then we say that they are in proportion, means that A ratio B is proportion to C ratio. So this is what we call proportion. This is expressed by saying A is to B as C is to D. Okay, this is what we say. This is the grammar only. Alright, so I have already told you how we write. The term A and D are called extreme, and while B and C are called mean terms. The A and D are at the end points, so we call them at extreme, and B and C are in middle, so we call them as mean terms. Okay, so these are the names. These are names only, terminology. So now kinds or what we can perform on the operation is the mean proportion. Mean proportion between, suppose there are two quantity A and B, then their mean proportion will be root A multiplied B. Suppose we have, what should I take? We have, suppose we have 9 and 4. Okay. Then in order to find their mean proportion, we will multiply 9 and 4 together and take their root. So 9 4 is a 36, 36 root is 6. The mean proportion of 9 and 4 is 6. Third proportion. Suppose A ratio B is equal to B ratio C. You know that we have given A ratio B is equal to B ratio C. Then C is called the third proportion to. Then we will call third as the third proportion. These are the terminologies only. And if A ratio C, here notice one thing, B is same in both the quantity. It means that quantities at end point of first ratio and starting point of second ratio should be same. All right. And in the fourth case, you know that A ratio B is equal to C ratio B. Means this is the different ratio, this is the different ratio. Different in the sense they are different numbers. Then we will call D as the fourth proportion. Okay. Got it? So whenever A upon B is equal to C upon D, Then by cross multiplication, we know that AD is equal to BC. Okay, so how we suppose, for example, we need to find the mean proportion of 3 and 75. We will multiply 3 by 75. So how much it will be? It will be root 3 into 15 5 ja. I am just simplifying 3 into 5 into 3 into 5. So it will be 15 only. Okay. So the mean ratio is this, mean proportion is this. Even though if you multiplied here, it is came out like 225. We know it is the square root of 15. So I didn't want him to do calculation. So that's why I factorized it already. Now find the fourth proportional to this. Fourth proportional, it means that 23 ratio 46 is in proportion with 53 ratio D. We do not know what is D. It means 22 upon 23 upon 46 is equal to 53 upon D. Now 23 1 ja, it is 2 ja. So D is equal to 53 into 2. 106. Okay, so 106 is the answer. Use this terminology only. Okay, so D is the fourth proportion to A, B, and C. B. Okay. Now let's move on to next example. Find two numbers such that their mean proportion is 18. Mean proportion, it means that root, suppose numbers are A and B, then root AB is equal to 18, and their third proportional to them is, and the third proportional to them is 144. It means that A ratio B is equal to B ratio C, and C A upon B is equal to B upon 144. It means that 144 times A is equal to B square. Okay. So from here, what we can bring out, here we can bring out AB is equal to 18 into 18. Right. So what can I do from here? I can find a, what I want to do is that I want to find both the numbers. So AB we have and 144. Simply I can do is that I can put A over here. Okay, we know what is A. So we can put A over here. So A is equal to B square upon 144. So I am just putting it here. So it will be B cube upon 144 and I will take it in multiplication. So it will be 18 into 18 into 144. Now we need to find A. So 18 is 3, 2 and 3. And uh, 18 is 3, 2 and 3. And 144 is 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 3. So this is 144. So now you can club these numbers. This is a cube, this is a cube, this is a cube, and this also is a cube. So how many numbers are in cube is 3 into 3 into 2 into 2. So it is 36. So B is coming out to be 36. Now we need to find A. So AB was 18 into 18 and we know B is 36, then A is equal to 18 into 18 divided by 36. So A is equal to 9 only. We got our answer. Okay. So this is how we do. All right. I don't think anything tough we are doing. It is everything is easy. Just you need to do simple calculations only. I am not doing them as fast because I want to make you understand these things. Otherwise, these questions are of only 20 or 30 seconds, not more than that. In a class of 45%, the ratio of boys and girls is 2 ratio 3. How many more boys are should be added to make the ratio 2 ratio 1? This you can do. Now you try one example by yourself. This is nothing very much tough. Okay. Next concept is of partnership. So what is partnership? A partnership is an association of two or more persons who invest their money in order to carry on a certain business. A partner who manages the business is called a working partner or active partner, and partner who simply invests is called sleeping partner. Okay, so what the head is this thing is saying is it is telling you the concept of partnership. Suppose you and your friend wants to start a business, but for starting a business, you need some investors or some persons who, because you know the idea, you know how I can form a business, but you do not have the capital. I means you do not have the money to so that you can carry out that business. So you will contact some third person. So that third person will give you money. That means he will invest the money uh, in your company so that you can carry out your business. So the partner or other partner who invests the money in your business is your sleeping partner. Now you have to do work because you are not giving money to your company. Someone else is giving the money, then obviously he will not work because he already given you too much of, even though these people work, but that partner is known as sleeping partner. This is called the one who invests the money in the company. Okay. So basically, partnership can be of two types. One is simple and one is compound. So we have studied the simple interest and compound interest. It is the same thing like that. What does mean by simple? Whatever profit a company will generate, say why the partnership divided into two compounds. See, since suppose you are the person who are investing say 1 crore of money, 1 crore of Indian rupees to certain business. Now you are the person who is giving money to someone who is investing your money in making their business. Now you can do two things. Obviously, you are investing money, then you might think of the profit. Otherwise, why would you invest the money? You do not have a lot of money to waste on now. So you will simply thought of the profit. So you can do two things. Suppose company makes profit of 100 rupees every year. I'm just taking an example, not 100. It may be 1 lakh or 10 lakh or whatever you want. So suppose it is making 100. Now you can say to those persons that at the end of every year, I will take say 10% of whole of the profit by myself or 20% or 30% of the whole profit because I invested the money in your company. So every year, whatever profit the company will make, they have to give you say 30%. You have asked 30%, or 30% every year. Now you can do one more thing. Suppose you thought that in the first year the company made the profit of 100 rupees and I got 30 rupees. In the second year, company made the profit of 1,000 rupees and I get 30%. But what happens sometimes you want to increase your profit as a investor. So what do? You can ask your partners or the working partners that every year I will compound my profit say by 0.5%. So initially, if you are getting 30%, then next year it will be 3.30 35%. No, sorry, 30.5%. We have increased it by 0.5%, or by 1%, then it will be 31%. So every, or then in the third year, it will become 31% plus 1% of 31. Suppose you want increment of 1% every year. So this is the compounded profit or compounded partnership. Okay, got it? Got it? Yes or no? Okay. So now let's move on to that. I have already explained you. Okay, I explained everything: simple partnership, compound partnership, ratio of profit or loss over investment. One more thing that I forgot to tell you. Now you might be wondering about for how much long I need to pay the person every year the interest, because you made the company, then you do not want to give amount each and every year because not because he has given you the money. So there might be a time limit, say 10 years. You are giving him the profit up to 10 years only. So, or in the compound interest, say you are giving him up to 5 years only. So there is a time limit also. So that I forgot to tell you. Okay. So otherwise, Ratios, you can calculate profit ratios for two partners, say profit of A upon profit of B, loss of A upon loss of B. Okay, investment ratio, say investment into period of A, investment into period of B. So this is how we calculate the ratio. This is you can understand in the question itself. So it is easy question. Three partners, Rahul, Puneet, and Chandan invested rupees 1600. What happened? Okay. Three partners, Rahul, Puneet, and Chandan invested rupees 1600, 1800, and 2300 respectively. Okay, respectively in a business for 1 year. So what is the ratio of profit? So what will be the ratio of profit? You can tell me. Not, no, not even, no need to see the, you need not to pick the pen as well. So investment, whatever the investment it is, the formula over here, investment of A upon period of investment, investment of B upon period of investment. So in case of Rahul and Puneet, investment of A, it is 1600 and period is 1. And in case of Puneet, investment is 1800 and period is 1. So in this case, ratio is 16 upon 18. Okay. So let's keep it simple. We do not more simplify it. In case of Puneet and I told you na, when A ratio B ratio C, you have to find. Then you need to divide it as A ratio B and B ratio C and make these quantities equal. Then it will be equal to A ratio B ratio C. Now, we will first of all be calculated between Rahul and Puneet. Now, Puneet and Chandan. So Puneet has invested 1800 and the period was again 1 year. And Chandan invested 2300 and the period again was 1. So just cancel out. It will be 18 upon 23. So here you can see R upon P is 16 upon 18 and P upon C is 18 upon 20. So 18 is equal to 18. Now we can say the ratio is 16 ratio 18 ratio 23. So this was easier. This is how just this is equal to profit of A upon profit of B. Na? Okay, so this is how we, whenever they ask you to find the ratio of profit or loss, just simply do investment into time. Suppose it was 2 years, then you need to multiply everything by 2. Or it was 3 years, then you have to multiply everything by 3. Okay. Now we will start with questions. So we have done with the conceptual part and examples. Now we will start questions and we will try to do them as fast as we can. Or okay, I will not do a lot of questions. Just how much question I want to do? 12 or 13 questions. That's it. Okay, because it might be enough for you. So try to do the first question. Try. Whenever you did it, please let me know. Okay, let's start. Let me do it. So it is saying that X is added to each of 2, 3, 30, and 35. Okay. Then the numbers obtained in this order are in proportion. Say X is added to 2, then it is 2 plus X. X is added to 3, then it is 3 plus X. X is added to 30, then it is 30 plus X. And to 30, it is 35 plus X. Now they are in proportion. It means that 2 plus X upon 3 plus X is equal to 30 plus X upon 35 plus X. This is what it means, right? So now you can cross multiply these things. So after cross multiplying, what you will get, say 35 into 2, 70, 70 uh, plus 2x, and it will be x square will cancel out. When you will simplify these things, you can do cross multiplication by yourself. So it will be 5x plus 10 is equal to x plus 30. So subtract this, you will get 4x is equal to 20, then x will come out to be 5. Okay, now it is asking for the mean proportion but between x plus 7 and x minus 2. So x plus 7 is 5 plus 7, it is 12, and x minus 2 is 5 minus 2, it is 3. So mean proportion is 12 into 3, it is 6. Okay, because root will be 36. All right, so option number C will be the correct. All right. In a school, there were 1554 students, and the ratio of number of boys and the girls were 4:3. After few days, 30 girls joined the school, but few boys left. As a result, the ratio of boys and girls becomes 7:6. The number of boys who left the school is. Okay. So, okay. Try to do this. What it is saying? It is saying that total students were how much? A say A is 1554. Okay. Then we know that their ratio was m plus n is equal to 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Now I will find the number of boys and girls. So number of boys, say boys are m and girls are n. So m into m is 4. 4 into 1554 upon 7. So just simplify it, what it will be. So it will be the number of boys, and the number of girls should be 3 into 1554 upon 7 is equal to girls. Okay. So this will be the number of boys and this will be the number of girls. So, so whatever quantity it is, now it is saying that after few days 30 girls joined. It means that number of girls now become 30. And few boys left. We don't know the number of boys, so X boys has left. So we will subtract the number of boys. And the ratio will become 7 upon 6. It means that 1554 upon 7 into 4 minus X upon 1554 upon 7 into 3 plus 30 is equal to 7 upon 6. Okay. So you can solve for x from here. Just simply let me do 7 to the 14, 7 to the 14, 7 to the 14. Okay. So here also 2 to 2. Just multiply it by, so it will be 8, 8, 8 minus x upon 6, 6, 6 plus 30 is equal to 7 upon 6. Now it is 696 into 7 is equal to something, 6, 8, 8, 8 minus x. Okay. So whatever it is coming, just subtract. You will see that x is coming out to be 70. So option number B is correct. All right. So now let's move on to next question. A and B have their monthly income in the ratio of 8:5. Uh, Wait a second. A and B have their monthly income in the ratio of 8:5, while their monthly expenditure are in ratio 5:3. If they saved rupees 12,000 and 10,000 monthly, then the difference in their monthly income is. It is also easy question. You can try it out. I am giving you some time. Okay, so did you conclude it? See, their incomes is 8:5. So say 8x and 5x is the income because ratio is there or something might have cancelled out. Right? Their expenditures is 5, say 5 by minus 5 by and 3 by. So you know that they saved 12,000 and 10,000. So saving is equal to expenditure income minus expenditure. So this is when subtracted to this is equal to 12,000, and this is when subtracted to this is equal to 10,000. So it means that 8x minus 5y is equal to 12,000, and 5x minus 3y is equal to 10,000. Okay. So by 1 and 2, you can solve for x and y. Okay. So x, when you solve, x will come out to be 14,000. Okay. X will be 14,000. So difference in their incomes will be 8x minus 5x, which is equal to 3x, which is equal to 14,000 into 3, which is 42,000. Okay. Now let's move on to another question. Option number A is correct. A started a business with certain okay, A started with a certain amount of money. After a few months, B became his partner, contributing 3 times what A had contributed. At the end of year, each was enlisted to half the total profit. So try to do. I'm giving you some time. Okay, anybody answered? No, let me do it. It is saying that A started a business. Suppose A shared 100 rupees. Then B will share 3 times the 8 is 300 rupees. Okay. So A's capital was in business for how much? After a few months. Okay. So they were at the end of year. So it was for 12 months and he started a few months later. So we do not know how months later he has started. So suppose he has started for n months only. Okay. So what we can do, we know that 100 uh, into 12 is equal to 300 into n. Okay, so it is saying that at the end of year, each was entitled to half of the total profit. It means its profit is equal to its profit. So it means that 100 into 12 is equal to 300 into n. So from here we can see that n is equal to 12 upon 3. So it is 4 only. It means that n is equal to 4. Okay, n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. So it means that uh, he gained the profit of 4 months on. So how many months did he lose? So he lose 8 months in total because there are 12 months only, na? So 12 minus 4 is equal to 8 months. So he joined after 8 months. This was also easy question, nothing to worry about. Okay, so let's do another question. A and B started a partnership business investing in the ratio of 3 ratio. It joined them after 4 months with an amount equal to 3 upon 4th of B. Okay, what is their profit in rupees at the end of year in C? If C got 24,000 as its share. So profit of A ratio, how many people are there? So there are 3 people, A, B, and C. So profit ratio will be, say, uh, A and B partnership involved in the ratio then with the amount equal to 3/4 of the. So let's say the amount is X. Okay, then the profit will be uh, 3/8 is from A ratio B. So it will be 3x and 8x for A and B. And C joined after 4 months and amount equal to 3/4 of B. So 3/4 of B, it means that uh, 3/4 of B is 8x. So he has invested for 12 months, he has invested for 12 months, and he has invested for 12 months. So 3x into 12 is in ratio with 8x into 12 is in ratio with 3 upon 4th of 8 into and of if joined after 4 months with an amount equal to 3/4 of the B. So B got 8x. So he has lost 8 months now. Let me write it again. 3 upon 4th of B's amount. So B's amount was 8x. And he joined after 4 months. So how many months it has joined? 12 minus 4 is equal to 8 months. Okay. What is their profit? So we know the ratio. So ratio will be 3/8/4. That's we know it will be 2. And everything will cancel out. Okay. So completely will be 3 because you know now how this came. This x into 12 will cancel out, x into 12 will cancel out, and x into 12 will cancel from here as well, and it will remain only 4. So this is that now we will find p plus q plus r, the formula that I told you. So it is 15. So 3 plus 8 plus 4 is equal to 15. Now, what was their profit at the end of year? If C got 24,000, C got 24,000, it means that C has the profit of 4x. It is 4x now because ratio is 3/8/4. So it is 24,000. So X will be 6,000. Okay, X is 6,000. So what was total profit is equal to how much? 15 into 6,000. So it is 90,000. Okay, so option number C. Okay, two casks of 48 liter and 42 liter are filled with mixtures of wine and water. The proportion in the two casks being respectively 13, 7 and 18, 17. If A cask and B cask, one is 48 liter, another is 42 liter ratio, filled with mixtures of wine and water. It has wine and water. So wine and water. Okay. So ratio from wine to water is, suppose W is wine and T is water. It is 13 upon W1 T1 is 13 upon 7, and here W2 upon T2 is equal to 18 upon 70. If the content of two casks be mixed and 20 liter of water is added to the whole, what will be the proportion of wine? So it is easy. Quantity of water in first case, it will be 7 upon whole. How much will be whole? 13 plus 7, it is 20. I am applying the same formula again, and it is 42 liter. Oh, 48 liter. Total now 48 liter. So it will be 16.8 liter. In the second case, we have 13. So 13 upon 20 into 48, it is equal to 31.2 liter. I am applying the same formula again and again. I'm not doing anything new. Okay. So in second, for the second, we have 18 upon total is how much? 18 plus 17, it is 35. Into how much liter is this? It is 42 liter. So it will be 20.6 liter. Okay. Now next is 17. 17 upon 35 into 42. So it will be 21.6 liter. Okay. So we have added together, total quantity of wine is how much? Say how much is the total quantity of wine? This is na wine to the water, wine to the water. So adding together, it is 20. Okay, so total quantity of wine will be this one plus this one. So it is 16.8 plus 20.6. So wine is total of 52.8. No, 52.8. Wait, 20.6, 31.2. Okay, okay, this is wine, not this is wine. Okay, I mean, this is wine. So 31 plus 20. Now it will be 52.8. Now water is how much? Water is this plus this. So water is 16.8. Water is how much? 7 was water, 13 was wine, 18 was wine. Ratio was from wine to water. Wine to water, 17 upon 31 will be 26. I think I will do 10 ja, to 24 ja, 2.4. That's okay, it is correct. You made some calculation mistake. You can see the water will come out to be quantity of water will be 52, 57 point. Add them. Mhm. And 20 liter of water is added. Okay, okay, okay. 20 liter of water is again added. Initially, it was 37 point something, say 16.8. Let me add 16.8 into 21.6. It is 4, 8, 38.4. Now 20 is added again. So it is 58.4. Okay. Now you divide it by 52.8 upon 58.4. Now you can find the ratio. It will be approximately equal to 12 upon 30. Okay. So I made the mistake. I forgot that 20 liter of extra water was also added. Okay. So it will be 12 upon 30. So option number B is correct. So now let's move on to the next question. A and B are two alloys of gold and copper uh, prepared by mixing metals in ratio of 7:2 and 7:11. Okay. If equal quantities of alloys are melted to form third alloy C, then the ratio of gold and copper will be gold in C will be how much? I am applying same formula 7 upon 9 plus C. It is 7 plus 2 is equal to 9 and 7 plus 11 is equal to 18. 7 plus 9 upon 7 upon 18. So it is 7 upon 6. Now gold, copper kitna? It is the gold. Now copper is 2 upon 9 plus 11 upon 50. So it is 5 upon 6. Okay. So gold ratio copper is 7 upon 6 divided by 5 upon 6. So it is 7 upon 5. 7 upon 5. Option number C. Okay. So again and again, I am telling you these things that we are applying which formula? There is a formula that I told you earlier. We are applying this formula. I am applying this formula again and again. So the more question you will do, more fast you can do. See now the speed has increased. I am just adding them m plus n in both the case. I am multiplying by m to total upon by dividing by total to the quantity. Okay, so that's why I am getting the ratio. So next question is if x varies as y, then which of the following is correct? So if x varies as y, so in this question, x varies as y varies, then which of the following is correct? X square plus y square will vary as x square minus y square will vary. Okay, so how we will proceed with the question? Say x upon y is equal to some constant k. Okay, x varies y means whenever you change y, then there will be some change in x, maybe. Okay, so what that change we say it is k. If I suppose I add 2 upon 3, then we know that it is, sorry, suppose I have 3 upon 2, then we know that it is 1.5. Then suppose I increase 2 to 12, then I know that this has changed. So as we vary, this is suppose x, then this is suppose y. As we vary y, then this quantity gets changed. So initially, suppose x upon y is equal to some constant k. Then I can take a square on the both sides, so it will be x square upon y square is equal to k square. Now what I can do is, it is k square upon 1. Okay. So now I have x square plus y square and x square minus y square. So I can bring out x square plus y square and x square minus y square by using componendo and dividendo rule. Okay, which is equal to k square minus 1 upon k square plus 1. So it means x square plus y square is equal to, this is another constant because k was constant, is equal to some k, say constant is k2 now, x square minus y square. So as x square plus y square will change, then this will also change. So first statement is true. Similarly, you can carry out x upon y square. Since we know that x upon y is equal to k, then I can multiply 1 upon y on both the sides. Then it will be x upon y square is equal to k upon y. So you can say as y will vary, uh, y will vary inversely with the x. जैसे जैसे y increase करेगा, k will decrease, this quantity will decrease. So this is true. Okay, so this is also true. In the next case also, you can take the root and take the root and uh, multiply that power by 1 by n. Then you can say that this is also very. So all the three statements will coming out to be true. Calculations are very simple. You have already played with powers and roots in your 6th, 7th, 8th classes. So this is I am you might know that this is I'm not doing something magical or something very tough. It is easy. Okay. So I hope you will cope up with the speed now because you have already learned the concept. The next question, only few questions are left. A milkman's claim to sell milk at its cost price only, but he is making profit of 20%. Since he has mixed some amount of water in the milk, what is the percent of water in the milk? Okay, so let me tell you how can you see if you are going with the concept, you will apply cost price, then by taking the profit percent, and you will then calculate the ratio, then it will be a lengthy. So in this situation, what we can do, this is not a trick, this is just simple calculation. Suppose this is the water and this is the milk. So a milkman's claim, we do not know what is the cost. Just leave the cost price. We are not interested in the cost price. So he is making a profit of 20%. Suppose water was zero and milk was 100%. Initially, suppose he do not mix any water in the milk. Suppose उसने कोई पानी में मिल्क में मतलब पानी मिलाया ही नहीं है. पहले सपोज करो सब कुछ जीरो था. बट देन वो प्रॉफिट परसेंट का 20% का प्रॉफिट बनाता है कुछ अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर ऐड करके. इट मीन्स दैट जब वाटर जीरो था और मिल्क 100 था, तो वो मतलब जो प्रॉफिट इनिशियली था, सपोज वो जीरो था, नाउ दैट हैज इंक्रीज टू 20%. वी डू नॉट नो हाउ एज इट वाज इनिशियली. नाउ इट हैज इंक्रीज टू 20%. Okay, so it has increased to 20%. It means the water has increased from 0 to 20. And milk is will now decrease by 20% ना, क्योंकि पानी में अगर 20% मिल्क में अगर 20% वाटर मिलाया है, तो its quantity, oh sorry, on and whole he has increased ना, so now whole quantity will also increase by 120. See, 20 initially water was 0 and milk was 100. Now water is 20, then milk will be 120 ना, so everything will be increased by 20. So what will be the percentage? Tell me. So percentage will be simply 120 minus 20 upon 120 into 100, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so this is 100 upon 120 into 100. Percentage you already know. So how much it will be? 4 3 ja 12, 4 25 ja 25 into 10 is 250, and upon 3, so it is 250 upon 3%. So it is easy. Since we have just simplified the calculation. It is not any trick or anything new. Water was 0, milk was 100. Water is increased to 20, milk is increased to 20, and profit will increase to 20. That the profit thing is we just used to increase both the quantity. Now the for calculating the percentage of milk, just subtract the full quantity to the amount of water from that and do the same thing that I did. Calculate the percentage from whole. So that's how we calculated the percentage. No? All right. Next question is a mixture contains milk and water in ratio 5:1. On adding 5 liter of water, the ratio of milk and water becomes 5:2. What is the quantity of milk in the water? Let quantity of milk in water, say ratio is 5 upon 1. So it is 5x upon x. Okay. According to question, we know that the ratio of milk becomes 5 upon 2 when adding 5 liter of water. So milk upon water was this. So now water has on adding lead water has added to wait on mixture contains milk and water in ratio. Okay. Now water has now increased by 5. So it means that when water is increased by 5, it is 5x upon x plus 5. All right. So now the ratio has become 5 upon 2. What is the quantity of milk? So now cross multiply, it is 10x is equal to 5x plus 25. Take this 5 to the this side, it is 5x is equal to 25. So it will come out to be 5. All right. So hence the quantity of milk x is 25 and we know that what how much milk was there, it was 5x. So it was 25 again. Okay. So the amount of milk will be 25 liter. So questions, see one line questions only are coming in. These questions all are asked somehow in the exam. Okay. If 78 is divided into 3 parts which are proportional to this, then the middle part is. You need to find the middle. This is simple question of proportions only. Suppose we divided 78 like A, B, and C. Okay. Then A ratio, B ratio, C is equal to 1 ratio 1 upon 3 ratio 1 upon 6. This is what it is saying. Okay. We need to find the middle part. Middle part means B. We need to find B. All right. So see, you have a ratio like this now. So um, what we do, we will use the same formula that m plus n over a into m, same thing. So now we have 3. So it will be m plus n plus say m plus n plus p. One more thing. So for b, we know that it is only a is our 78. So 78 upon this total is 1 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 6. So it will be 1 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 6. Now I need to find it uh, for b. B is 1 upon 3. So just simplify this, you will get the answer, which is equal to add these things. 3 to the 6 into 6. So it will be 78 upon 9 into 2, which is equal to 3 3 the 9, 3 to the 6, 3 6 18. It is 52 upon 3 approximately. All right. So that's all. So this is the most, you can say, most level of question that can be asked from ratio and proportion. So you can keep on doing new and new questions so that you do not face any difficulty in the exam, and you can ask anytime doubts to me also. No need to worry. So this is up for today's class. We discussed the concept and questions for the thing. All right. Bye bye and take care, everyone. Class and share. If you want to ask something, that you can ask.